Donald Trump's former attorney, John Eastman, he is the guy who came up with the memo. Federalist Society, really sort of full on just Republican operative for years and years and years, came up with the memo that was, let's be clear, a game plan for how the vice president should essentially politically work the levers to make sure that even though Joe Biden was elected president, he didn't assume the presidency. He has been subpoenaed by that House January 6th committee. And of course, where do you go in first instance? You run to Tucker Carlson's show.
We don't even have a ranking minority member on the committee to give equal time for the questioning of witnesses.
So why comply? I mean, honestly, at this point, look, if it's totally fake, this is just some Soviet show trial, which it is, then why would the rest of us have any kind of obligation to play along with it, honestly?
Well, we shouldn't, but Congress has the power to issue criminal contempt. Normally, those don't go anywhere on such charades as this, but the Department of Justice is fully in line. And, you know, they've already brought one criminal indictment against one of the people that refused to comply. Yeah. And the phone companies, I think, would prefer not to comply, but, you know, they're going to be held in criminal contempt if they don't. So they have now forced me and my lawyers to work with some of these other people to file a court action to try and block these unbelievably expansive and unconstitutional subpoenas of our private records and communications.
Yeah, it'd be nice if someone in the media would cover this. Maybe everybody. John Eastman,
I love his, how obvious Tucker Carlson is. His like historical references and what he chooses to compare them to. What he call them a Moscow trial there, or Soviet show trial, right? Of course. I mean, yeah, it's just like that. The modern Democratic Party is just like that, going after right wingers under Stalin.
Right, except for it's also not a trial. It is a hearing, and this guy's refusing to comply.
Doing show hearings.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Show hearings.
We could have a more recent example of like the kind of showy but toothless investigation, and that is the Benghazi hearings.
Yeah.
Compared it to that, I'm not sure why he didn't, but I know why.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, Eastman's complying, but Mark Meadows apparently is going to stop cooperating with the committee, and there's going to be a big showdown. And it's really just a question, we'll see if Merrick Garland has what it takes to complete it. I don't see how you don't, because I don't see how Congress could compel testimony in the future on anything if these criminal contempt referrals are not upheld. So we'll see.
Also, you are in the media, Tucker. I'm not sure if you're aware.
Yeah.
You're covering.
Don't censor me.
Highest rated cable television host, so it seems like it's getting coverage.
Yeah,
and now his opposition's out.
And has he brought in like maybe somebody from the committee? Because it seems to me he could probably get them.
Yeah, I mean there are Republicans, at least in the House, that he could probably call upon to talk about this too. Who are well, I mean, maybe you'd call. That's a dumb point. Continue.
But I mean, it's not being covered except for the fact that it's being covered.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like the way cults try to cut off any sort of information sources. He's just poisoning the well. Just stay home. I mean, you see that a lot in media, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what would happen. Bradley, just go up and put up your screen and Google for us Eastman subpoena. Like, I mean, is it possible that MSNBC is not covering the January 6th hearings about Eastman? Is that likely? I'm just curious. CNN comes up there.
Rolling Stone.
And,
Stone, New York Times, NBC, CNBC.
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. Nobody.
USA Today.
I mean,
Daily Dot.
I mean, that is, what Tucker's doing there. He's basically saying, look, there's no point even to look at this for anywhere else. This is the only way you'll get the information is from the guy who's the subject of, or at least a potential subject of this investigation. And the only way you're going to hear any information about it is from his perspective first and only.
And maybe secondarily on a venture capitalist funded media platform.
Right, coming to a Substack near you.